Did you ever stop to think about the everyday objects around you? The pen you write with, the fork you eat your meals with, or even the light bulb that lights up your world. They're all things we take for granted. But did you know they all have fascinating stories? Let's dive into the secret histories of some of the most common objects you use every day. Let's start with the pen. The humble pen, something so simple, yet so powerful. We use it for everything from signing documents to jotting down our deepest thoughts. But did you know that the pen as we know it wasn't always around? Before the pen, people used quills and ink to write. The quill, made from a bird's feather, was a popular writing tool for centuries. But it wasn't until the late 1800s that the modern fountain pen emerged, thanks to the innovation of Louis Waterman. In 1884, Waterman patented the first successful fountain pen with a controlled ink flow, revolutionizing how we write. But it wasn't until the 1940s that the ballpoint pen, the kind we use today, was invented by Laszlo Biro. His design was a game changer, making writing easier, faster, and mess-free. Today, we have millions of pens. But the next time you pick one up, remember the journey it took to become a staple in our daily lives. Does anyone still use a pen? I mean, who would want to bother with that ancient relic when you've got smartphones, tablets, and computers? Next up, the light bulb. A simple flick of a switch, and your room is illuminated. But like the pen, the light bulb story is full of twists and turns. While Thomas Edison is often credited with inventing the light bulb, he wasn't the only one working on the concept. In fact, the first working incandescent light was created by British scientist Humphrey Davy in 1802. But it was Edison's improvements in the 1870s, particularly his creation of a long-lasting filament, that made the light bulb practical for everyday use. Edison didn't just invent the light. He invented the system of electrical distribution that powered it. Today, the light bulb is more energy efficient than ever, with LED bulbs lighting up homes worldwide. But next time you flip that switch, think of the innovators who made it all possible. Now let's talk about something you use at almost every meal, the fork. But did you know that forks haven't always been around? In ancient times, people ate with their hands or used knives and spoons. The fork didn't really become popular until the 11th century, when it was introduced to Europe by Byzantine Princess Theodora. However, the fork wasn't immediately embraced. Many people thought it was a strange and unnecessary tool. After all, why not just use your hands? It wasn't until the 16th century that the fork started to gain popularity in Italy, and by the 18th century, it was widely adopted across Europe. The fork continued to evolve, with the number of tines increasing over time, from 2 to 3, and then to the modern 4-tine fork we know today. The next time you sit down for a meal, give a little thanks to the fork for making dining a bit more refined. Everyday objects might seem simple, but their histories are full of innovation, creativity, and even controversy. From the pen that makes writing possible, to the light bulb that brightens our world, and the fork that makes dining a little more civilized, these objects have come a long way to become the staples we rely on today. So, the next time you pick up one of these everyday items, remember the fascinating journey they took to get to where they are now. Who knows what everyday object will become the next game changer? If you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing facts from the world around us. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.